What's up, YouTube? This is Cristian Acosta. I'm going to be your new real estate agent pretty soon, and I had the benefit of taking online classes and as well as in-person classes. So I'm bringing this quick video for any of you guys who are debating on which class to take. I will give my opinions on what I like better and why I would recommend online for some people and why I recommend in person for the majority of people. And even people who qualify for online, I would recommend you take it in person, and later in the video I'll tell you why. But I'm gonna start off with online. I took online classes first just because it was cheaper, and I recommend you do not do the same mistake I made. Just because it's cheaper doesn't mean it's better. So what the good things about online is, if you cannot make it to a regular class and where you sit down, online you can take it and work around your own schedule. You got like 6 months depending on the course you take or what company you get it from. Mine gave me 6 months to complete all the books. What I did not like was it was very bland. It was very straightforward. Okay, they give you your textbooks online, you read the text, you answer the questions, on to the next, and then you have to pass a quiz at the end, which if you don't pass, you don't get credited for that book that you read. That alone was the killer for me. I could not stare at a computer for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours a day. Read, I already have a hard time reading a textbook because it gets quite boring. Never liked it in high school, so I was reading it off a screen was even more distracting because you are on your computer, you're at home, you're relaxing, and you have all these distractions at home. So I would say, if you're not very self-motivated, if you cannot schedule some time to sit down and just look at a screen for an hour or two and retain the information, I would not recommend it for anyone. But if you can, or if you don't have time to work around an actual proper class to go to, then online's for you. Last thing I want to say about online is you do have like these webinars, or at least mine did. They offered like these webinars to talk to your instructors if you had any questions, but you have to wait for the webinar, and you have to memorize your questions. So that's another downfall. Let me think if I could think of anything else. I would say that's about it, guys. So that's about online. Now moving into in person. I love in person because the instructors, they know what to teach. They'll review the book with you, but they'll tell you don't need this. You need this for tests. You need this for real life situations. Let me give you scenarios of what's happening. Pay close attention to this because it bit me in the butt and I lost tons of money. They'll tell you everything that you need to know, and it just helps you retain things because you're not trying to memorize all the information you're reading. So I love that about taking it in person. So far I've been passing all my chapter quizzes and my tests on the end of the books, and with ease. I'm one of the first to finish. I memorize everything because we go over it, you read it, and then you go over it with them and they tell you what to memorize, what to study. What I like about in person as well is that I'm networking with people that are there in class. We're all trying to become real estate agents, and some already have been real estate agents, or some failed and they're rescheduling their classes. And you can take that opportunity to ask them, hey, why do you think you failed? Like, what could I do to prepare myself that maybe you didn't, or maybe you shouldn't word it like that, but you know what I mean. Like, you can talk to people and see what went wrong or how the quiz is. Because I talked to one of the guys that was in my class and he failed his test, and I asked him, why do you think you failed? Like, I'm just worried about myself. And he told me that it's because he took it online, and the questions that they were being asked, they didn't get reviewed online. And he's saying that the teacher that we're having right now, she's hitting all the topics that he wanted to know for the test. So he was like, you should probably pass, no worries. And that kind of just gave me a relief. And that's why in person I like it a lot better, because you can also communicate with people that are trying to do the same thing as you. I've already made a couple friends. I got a couple numbers of people, just people who I want to work with later, or you know, it's cool to keep in touch because we're all struggling through the same thing. Thirdly, I like it's like a little perk, but brokers come in and they start talking to you about what they offer sometimes, and they'll either bring in foods or they'll bring in a couple extra stuff and stuff like that. But definitely awesome, you know, if it's a little extra perk. The only downside I would think about in person is you might have to drive pretty far, because I know here in Houston, I live pretty up north, maybe I would say an hour away from Houston, or not an hour, 30 minutes to 40 minutes. So the only classes are around Houston, so I have to drive about an hour every day to get there. Another downside is it costs a little bit more, but I think the advice that you get is outweighs all the costs, because you know the instructors are telling you mistakes that they've made and what costs them money, and you're gonna save money by learning that. So that's about all I can think, guys. Definitely recommend you take it in person if you have the chance. That's about it. I'm just gonna end it off with saying what this channel is gonna be. So if y'all interested in it, y'all can like, comment, and subscribe, and ask me questions in the comments. So this channel basically is gonna be me recording my journey to becoming a top agent, because that's the end goal. I think most real estate agents want to become a top agent. They want to produce a lot, make a lot of money. And I quit my job. I'm heading full force at it. I'm going to go full time. And you know, I'm taking measures before I even get my license to try to get a head start. And you know, I'm going to document stuff, try to post y'all weekly about, you know, I passed my class or if I learned something new. And as it goes on, you know, if I do a first transaction, I'll make a video. If I, you know, learn something new on how to prospect, or if I'm doing cold calling, I might make videos just so people can reference, you know, new real estate agents can be like, okay, well, he did this while he was doing his license, or after he did his license, he started cold calling and prospecting and open houses, and this is how he did it. And I think it's gonna be very very helpful to you guys making these videos. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I know I'm brand new and I shouldn't be saying that, but you know, might as well get used to it. Thank you, guys.